what's up, everybody? Let me know if you guys can see me pretty well. I'm actually doing this from my mobile phone, and yeah, so not using Chromebook or anything like that today. I'm actually streaming from the Pixel 5, reconnected back to 5G. I know it's not NSA 5G, but hey, what's up, Jose? Looks clear. I'm glad to have you here. What's up, Gene? Welcome here. Hi, babe. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy how all that went down. Literally taking the February security patch on the Pixel 5, and it just totally killed connection to 5G. Michael Lowe, what's going on? So it's kind of sad. Kind of sad that happened. I was kind of worried. Talked with Caleb last night, and did a reset of the network settings, just so that you guys know. Reset the network settings. Also, like turned on airplane mode a couple of times for like 10 seconds each. Did that. Also, yeah, I just did just about everything. Rebooted the phone a couple of times after taking the security patch update. And it wasn't until I fully like factory resetted my Pixel 5 that I was able to gain access back to 5G on the Pixel 5 on Metro. So that literally is how I was able to fix it. Stopped in to say hi. Appreciate that, babe. It's so weird doing this. I'm using the Chrome browser on my Pixel 5. I have it in desktop mode so I can see like all the comments right here. I have my iPhone right here also watching the stream and looking at the comments, but I can highlight people's comments. So video audio is great. Appreciate it. Oscar says, how's y'all doing? I'm doing fine. Hopefully everybody else is doing fine. Yeah, so wow, it's just been crazy. The reason that this happened was that the update for the February security update, what it specifically did for the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 is that it enabled access to standalone 5G. So that was one of the things that the 4a 5G and the 5 got. However, in my area, this tower not far from here, it's outputting band 41, but it's not standalone hasn't been turned on that tower. Because after I did the update, basically what it literally did was it was stuck on LTE. I was connected to band 41, and I was just like, okay, even if band 41 here doesn't have standalone turned on, then why am I not connecting to the usual NSA 5G, which is usually on band 2 and band 66, and it's usually a split of LTE plus 5G NR, and yeah, I wasn't doing it. So oh man, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be stuck on this for a while. Luckily Caleb came to the rescue, was just like pitching out ideas. I had already enacted on some of them. Like I said, I put it in airplane mode. I had done all those things, and it just wasn't working. It wasn't until I had to do like a full wipe on my Pixel 5, which sucked because I had to relog into everything. So that's what literally sucked, was just having to relog into everything. Oscar says, hey everybody, make sure you help out Tito by smashing the like button. Appreciate that, man. Oh, let me turn that back off. But yeah, it's just been a crazy hectic night. Now I am currently back on 5G. It is right now connected to band 2. So that's what I'm connected to right now. Recently downloading the this app that has to do with route metrics, just kind of to see like the areas around me where 5G is accessible here in my city. That's really been the main gist of it. Yeah, so it's working good. Everyone's saying that the streaming is fine. This is an update to last night's live stream where I went on live and I was talking about that I was on LTE only and LTE band 41, those types of things. That's literally what I'm kind of stuck on. So after doing that reset, it fixed everything. Let's see. Gene says, yes, smash the like button and do it. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support, really. I know tomorrow I'm actually going to like do like the live stream podcast setup, you know, microphone, laptop, all that stuff. Today I'm just testing this out just to see how well, like how this will work out. I've done it before, but never really put it in desktop mode on the Chrome app on the Pixel. I was gonna do it from the iPhone, but it kept forcing me to go to Safari. I think that's like one of the biggest gripes I don't like about iOS is like dictating where I should, you know, do things at. Like if I set Chrome browser on my iPhone 10s as my default, that should be my default. Metalhead 555 says, "Hey Tito, by the way, cool Spidey hoodie the other day. What's your favorite version of Spider-Man? Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, or Andrew Garfield?" So you know, probably less popular, but currently right now, I mean, Tom Holland Spider-Man is looking to take number one in my book. Andrew Garfield still kind of holds that. I kind of like his more darker, but kind of like, you know, more modern take on Peter Parker. Then it'll, you know, so it's like Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield. Tobey Maguire, I don't like him. I don't like him as Spider-Man. I didn't like that version of Spider-Man. I thought Spider-Man cried too much in that series. You know, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. There was a lot of crying. I just don't. And then of course, you know, the way that Tobey Maguire is acting right now with the next Spider-Man movie, and you know, holding up the movie because he wants more money. That's top 3 or 5 favorite Marvel characters. Um, hang on. So top 3 to 5 Marvel. So top 1, number 1, probably a cliche answer. I'd say Wolverine. Wolverine's top 1 to me. Ghost Rider is number 2. Venom number 3. Let's see, who else would I go with? Oh man. Spider-Man, I guess Spider-Man 4. I'll throw him in there. 5, but he's not a hero per se, but Juggernaut. Let's see. Michael says, I missed you last night. I was busy watching Alex, Church, B-Tech, and Latrell. Nice. Remember the Spider-Man cartoon? Which one? There was like several of them. I think, to be quite honest with everybody, well, let me bring this down some. To be quite honest with everybody, I think that the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, I think they kind of pulled the dynamics from the Spider-Man anime that aired on MTV. I don't know if you guys remember that. Let me kind of turn this way so the sun is not blaring. There we go. That looks a little better. At least to me, it looks a little better. You guys let me know. But yeah, I'm hoping that they redo a Ghost Rider movie. I really do. I don't know. Maybe focus on Dan Ketch in the next Ghost Rider movie. Just kind of move away from Johnny Blaze already. See, I have school on Zoom at 10:30 this morning, so I'll have to go soon. Where are you at? It's 11:26 here where I'm at. So, well, you're in California, I think, or Oregon, or Washington State. The one from the late 60s. and 70s. I don't think I really watched those ones. I probably did as a kid, and I just don't remember. The more recent ones would be like in the mid 90s is when I watched Spider-Man, the animated series. I collected a lot of the comic books of Spider-Man. Um, I showed my fiance the four different one. Well, it wasn't different. They just had like a specific one that had four different hologram covers. Um, I had those. I think my favorite one out of the Spider-Man series comics was actually the comic novel. So it was a thick comic book, and it was based on Venom. The opening of the story, Venom basically it gives a little bit more of a backstory to the Venom symbiote and Eddie Brock and why they are the way that they are. Kind of like, which I'm surprised that MCU didn't really even pick up on this, but in there, so Spider-Man and Venom are like in their last brawl. Like they're going for broke. They're going all out, and in the process, a van gets thrown, and there's a little girl that's by Central Park, and Venom he webs the van and then flings it in the opposite direction, and then he comes down from the tree, and the little girl sees that it wasn't Spider-Man who saved her, it was actually Venom. She freaks and she just dips. But it kind of just puts this whole thing together that Venom kind of considers himself a hero rather than a villain. He just hates Spider-Man. That's the only thing to it. And so in that novel series, Venom actually kills the clone. So he doesn't kill the real Peter Parker, as you guys know. Peter Parker cloned himself. The clone, not knowing that it was a clone, actually in the fight in a sadistic battle, beat the crap out of Peter Parker and sent him packing, and basically took over Peter's life. So as Peter returns back, um, he realizes that Mary Jane is married. She's very happy, and he has to let go of Mary Jane. So he dons the name Ben Riley, which is his Uncle Ben's name, and just claims to be a relative to Peter Parker without her even knowing that he is the true living Peter Parker. Kind of a sad case. But so, anyways, Venom kills Peter Parker, and now he doesn't know what to do. His life is meaningless and everything like that. Towards the end of the novel, he makes his way out up into North Canada, where he crosses paths with Wolverine, and this sets up for the What If series. Venom versus Wolverine. It was kind of cool. Let's see. Hang on. Okay, I'll check on Aubrey here in a second. So give me a brief moment. Let me be right back. Let me check on my daughters real quick. Okay. Remote learning, isn't that always fun? Time for class, says Michael. All right, take it easy. Have a good class, Michael. Let's see. Oscar says, Gene, I think you probably mean the one that's in the 90s. I remember watching that one. No, there was one in the 60s and 70s. Spider-Man's been around for the longest time. You guys even remember, like the first, I don't know if it was the first, but the earliest X-Men anime? Like the opening intro theme was just ridiculous before they redid the series and they found this guy who does like commercial jingles and stuff like that, and he came up. So yeah, yeah, I already checked on her. So she put him back in, and that's just because Destiny keeps bothering her. So I had to separate the two. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, Marvel side of things. I'm kind of like interested in the Spawn reboot. I don't know if you guys heard about that. They're rebooting the Spawn movie. Jamie Foxx is supposed to don the role of Al Simmons and Spawn. Um, hopefully that comes out to be um, a good reboot. Like a lot of movies were, I don't know. I guess today with Hollywood, they ran out of ideas, so they want to reboot a lot of things. Like the one that I was more excited for than anything was the movie The Crow, a reboot of that. And I know that Jason Momoa was gonna play the role of Eric Draven. But yeah, that fell through. Metalhead 555 says, "What would you say is your favorite fiction world? Star Wars, Marvel, or DC? Maybe something else." So I'll put it in the same context as like I did, but like rating. Um, so Star Wars number one. I'm a heavy fan of Star Wars. Um, Marvel, not really Disney, but the Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm a huge fan of that. And then DC. Yeah, Oscar says, "Hey Tito, I'm on my I'm in my 30s. Do you remember X-Men in the 90s? Yeah, I remember watching that. All right, babe. Text me when you're gonna go to lunch, and I'll have my lunch made, and we'll have a virtual lunch date." Yeah, I remember X-Men in the 90s. When it first aired, the first time I saw it air on TV, and then I was just going bananas over it. So I remember that week because I had saved up $56 of my allowance. That week I went out to the toy store and I bought Wolverine in his X-Men uniform with retractable claws. I bought Weapon X, which was Wolverine after the Weapon X project when he escaped from the lab. Cyclops, Storm, Jubilee, and one giant Sentinel. That way I can play. That's what I bought. Um, yeah. I think I already highlighted that comment. But yeah, I remember that. So my son and his cousins playing right now. Anyways, how are you guys doing today? I mean, yeah, I pretty much already laid out how to fix the issue with Pixel 5s, and I guess this will also work with the Pixel 4a 5G for those people that took the February security update and they lost 5G connection on T-Mobile. Best bet, if all else fails, if turning airplane mode on and back off doesn't work, if resetting network connections doesn't work, just do a full factory reset wipe. That should bring back your connection to 5G. There's a lot of things that's going to be going on. What? Oh my gosh, my kids are crazy. My dog Courage is over there right now. Oh, my kids. So, but anyways, how is your guys' day doing? I know it's a pretty like slow stream today. I don't really have like a lot to talk about on the tech side. So this probably won't even end up being that long. Well, no, there's not really much happening. I perused the tech news today, so I was checking that out. I go to Google News sometimes just to kind of see what goes on there. I don't know. We'll see if there's anything interesting that's happening in technology. iPhone 13 now more likely to get upgraded ultra wide camera with improved low light performance. That's not bad. Let's see. What the? Whoa, this is funny. Apple's parental controls prevents kids from searching for Asian things. Why? I want to read this. This sounds funny. So, hang on here. Hmm. Hang on. Sorry, bro. You going through that? T-Mobile should focus coverage or towers. Oh, you don't gotta be worried about that, man. It's fixed. My issue with that is fixed. It was just like a wipe I had to do. Red rum. Yeah, I'm doing good today, man. Appreciate it. Anyways, I want to read this real quick to you guys. This is crazy. So apparently, Apple's parental controls prevents kids from searching for Asian things. Apple spent years ensuring its smartphones and tablets can be safely used by kids, but some of its family-friendly content controls are overzealous and seemingly prejudiced. According to the report from The Independent today, content controls built into iOS 14 screen time feature meant to limit access to adult websites also block users from searching for word Asian in Safari and other browsers. What? The block doesn't just disallow searches for the one word, it also applies to related ideas and phrases like Asian foods is off limits, as are terms like Asian fusion, Asian diaspora, Asian communities, Asian countries, Asian politics, Asian cultures, Asian hairstyles. Strangely, the one thematically appropriate term we tried that Apple's parental controls did allow was Asian restaurants, even though related queries like Asian cuisine were rejected. Okay, now I got a rant on my hands. Oh man, it's about to get real. It's about to get real. Yeah. So to me, I see where Apple went with this. I see where Apple went with this, and you know, I mean, oh man. Okay, so for most of you guys who do know me, you guys know I'm half Asian. My mom is from Thailand, so I am half Thai. Um, I always thought it was weird that you know, Asian, especially Asian women, are painted and portrayed in the light of being promiscuous. I'll try to keep this as clean as possible. Um, you know, there there are a lot of very strong Asian women, you know, that um obviously hate being painted by this cliche idea. And I think it was a lot of movies that had to deal with like the Vietnam War, had to deal with a lot of those things because um you know, during that time during the Vietnam War, I mean that was a lot of things that you know typically went on with the military that went out there. You know, while they were out there, but they were in certain in cities like Saigon before it became Ho Chi Minh. Um, you know, they a lot of military personnel did end up cheating. They did end up cheating on their spouses and you know being promiscuous with women out there who women out there figured out that if they sold their bodies they would make a lot of money from the military you know that was out there and whatever, but that trend has caught on a lot. And you know it's really sad that Apple would actually go that route as to block in Safari the word Asian. There are a lot of things that comes out of Asia that is not synonymous with being in that promiscuous type manner. You know what I mean? Technology, mobile phones and stuff like that. You know, obviously, you know, some of the great ones are built in Asia. Did you think like people that love Samsung? Samsung's built in Korea. Um, Same with LG. LG is built out in Korea. You know, um, should people make a big noise about it? You know what I mean? Since today there's a lot of SJWs. Should they make a big noise about this? Should there be something that goes against Apple on it? Me personally, I mean, I wouldn't want to see like an uprise just because I think it's stupid to do things like that. Am I offended by what Apple has done? Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Of course I'm offended. You know what I mean? Um, that was just like, the tables was turned and a different race was painted in the limelight to a certain way, and so Apple decides to ban the word Latino. Let's say that, which I can say because my dad's Puerto Rican. So, but if they banned the word Latino, because um, that wouldn't be cool. Like it's these types of decisions from tech companies I find very idiotic and leaves myself pondering, why do I even help um, help promote and help people understand mobile technology and all that stuff when you got companies doing ridiculous dumb things like this? Because I think it's absolutely stupid in every way. Let me catch up with the chat here. I know that you're a big fan of Mortal Kombat. Did you like the movie? The are you talking about like the one with Robin Shaw as Liu Kang? Um, if you're talking about the live action movie that came out in the 90s, so the first one was okay. Sure, there were a few things that they kind of like twisted around that just didn't make sense to me, but it was okay so far. It was okay. I mean, the second movie is where they totally screwed the pooch on that. I was not a fan of Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I'll tell you why. Um, let's see. I'll answer your comment next, Gene. So hang on to that comment, Gene. I've just read it right now. But so Mortal Kombat Annihilation really annoyed me because what they did was they spliced very little of Mortal Kombat 2 and they based majority of the movie off of Mortal Kombat 3. Like the whole thing with Queen Sindel being reincarnated on Earth, which gave Shao Kahn the power to go through the portal and invade Earth. And they had Rain and Ermac, and then instead of having Noob Saibot as a separate entity, they literally they made Noob Saibot part of Ermac. So when Sonya had to fight Ermac, Ermac released Noob Saibot from him, and then she had to take on both of them, which I thought was ridiculous. Noob Saibot is actually Bihan, who is the original Sub-Zero. He is a wraith from the Nether Realms, and so I don't understand why they went that route with that. Also, Rain is an Edenian prince. He's from the realm of Edenia, and they literally just trash his character. Shiva was there. I would have preferred that they brought Kintaro and then had Shiva and Motaro. Of course, we didn't see Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung didn't return like he did in all the video games. But it was very bad played, very bad executed. They had Raiden chop his hair off and renounce himself as an elder god, and he donned the uniform of Kung Lao, which I thought was ridiculous. So, yeah, I wasn't really happy with that. All right, Gene's question here. Tito, have you ever been to the USS Arizona Memorial in Hawaii? I'm just wondering. My sister and her family just came back from there 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I did. I've been there a few times just to look at the memorial. Also, I've done the creepiest thing ever. Me and a couple of my friends, we actually went scuba diving by the USS Arizona wreckage. I'll say this: it's a surreal moment, and it's kind of spooky. Get over here! Oh man! But yeah, it's a surreal moment, and it's very spooky. Scuba diving next to a giant ship. I'll tell you guys, it's kind of freaky. But anyways, Going back, it's kind of closing out that topic with Apple real quick before we kind of move on. I'm just going to leave this as an open Q&A going on forward. But yeah, I do take offense to Apple in that they are blocking searches in Safari with the word Asian in it. I think that's ridiculous. It's idiotic. It's immature. Apple, grow the hell up. And this is part of the reason that why when I say that I'm more for Android than I am iOS, this is that reason why. This is one of them. Apple's dumbest decisions ever, and it's not always based on things like this, exactly like this, but it's just their stupid decisions to do certain things. So that handles that. So yeah, that's crazy. See, I try to keep it going for a little bit longer. Usually I aim to like live stream for an hour, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll make it that part. Open Q&A now. You guys can ask whatever question you guys want about me, about tech, about movies, about comics, whatever. Just whatever comes to mind. You guys want to know something about Hawaii? Ask that question, and if I can answer it, I'll answer it. Let's see. I'm not going to read it now. Let's see. Oscar says, I don't like my iPhone. It's dumb sometimes. I think changing to Android. No, I'm thinking of changing to Android. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, like I have my opinions on things. I don't expect people to follow my opinions. Let me just put that out there so people understand. I don't expect anyone to follow my my thoughts or opinions on things. Like I said, I respect people's point of views and things like that. And so, but I mean, if your iPhone is like giving you crap and you're not happy with it, you can always change. That's the beauty of the mobile technology world, is that there are options. There's always options that you can change to. Latrell is live on Periscope right now. Probably stay on for like 5 more minutes here, then I'll close it out. And that way, it actually shows testing and everything is fine. I've been watching the live stream here on my iPhone, and I can see it's kind of clear, so it's working out. Jesus Christ, man. I love my OnePlus N10 5G. I got it on Metro by T-Mobile, free phone, only paid for the plan, and I walked out the store. What did you what'd you use to which service provider did you use to port over to get that? Why is the sky blue? That's a funny question. Sneed's up in here. Sneed, what's up? What's going on, bro? Yeah. So, yeah, Sneed, by the way, doing a full factory reset on the Pixel 5 fixed it. Just thought I'd give you a heads up. So it fixed that issue I had last night. And that's what I'm live testing on right now. And I figured the best way to test that theory is to actually do StreamYard from the mobile browser on the Pixel 5. So I'm doing that right now. And yeah, it's holding up well. 5G connection is back. It is on LTE. It says LTE band 2 and then 5G. So it's NSA. It's not standalone, but I still have a connection to it. So that's good. I don't know what caused it to not connect after taking the February security patch update. I don't know, but I'm just glad that I have it back though. But I had to do a full factory reset. So resetting network connections, what Caleb had told me to do, it didn't fix it. But doing a full wipe, and then I didn't restore from any of my backups. So I just did it like basically a clean setup. Yeah. Yeah, no problem, Sneed. let's see. My favorite horror movies. Halloween. Halloween would be my top one. Hellraiser would be number two. Candyman number three. Um, I wasn't really scared of the Wishmaster, but I thought it was kind of funny. Leprechaun number five. um, those are older ones. Today's modern ones would have to be from the Conjuring series. So the Conjuring 1 and 2, Annabelle, Annabelle Part 2, or which was actually like the beginning of it, and then Annabelle Comes Home, The Nun. I'm looking forward to the future of the Conjuring series. So I know they're supposed to make a movie on the Crooked Man from the Conjuring 2. So I don't know if you guys remember the little the kid that had a speech impediment problem. He had that one little carousel looking thing that he recited a song to help him with his speech. So there's supposed to be a movie based on that. There's supposed to be a movie based on the ferryman. So if you watch Annabelle Comes Home, the girl that gets trapped in the basement level of the Warrens' house. Remember, she touches all those items that you're not supposed to touch because those items are conduits for evil spirits that have connected with that to use to haunt and eventually take possession of people. Remember, the girl, I think it was the babysitter, the blonde-haired one. She touched one of the coins, and so she was able to see the ferryman. But they're doing one on that, and they're also doing a spin-off movie about the bride's dress. So 3 spin-off movies off the Conjuring universe that has to do with specific, I guess you can say, demonic spirits that were introduced in Annabelle Comes Home. I'm fully waiting for those. I didn't label the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies as horror. I labeled them more as comedy. I don't know what it is about them, those movies, but it was just crazy. I think the earliest ones were, to me, were more thrilling to me than the remakes and everything like that. The reboots. I mean, the reboots were okay, but I think the original ones were much better. As a matter of fact, there was a friend of mine who he literally had. So I don't know if you guys know this, but like I went to Job Corps in Guthrie, Oklahoma, in 2002, and I got a degree in lithographic arts, and that's how I got my GED. And I also took the state of Maryland the STARS program, which gives you an actual high school diploma out of the state of Maryland. So I did the GED and the high school diploma program and got both of those. And then I did lithographic arts as a trade and got certified in that, but never pursued that. And then also culinary arts. I took those classes so I can learn how to cook. And yeah, I had a friend of mine there that would convince a lot of people on campus that I don't know if you remember in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the guy who cut his hand and then he marked the van with his blood. They were like, yeah, he's Leatherface's brother. They were like, he's still held in a mental hospital in Vernon, Texas. So people actually believe that. Those movies scare me to death. Which movie? The Conjuring movies? Hang on. To Gene's comment there. The Conjuring movies scare you? For me, I actually do want to take a trip and go to the Warrens Museum. The only thing that people really kind of hold on to with the Warrens Museum is that there was a reporter who went there that thought it was all a hoax and everything like that. And I guess like he kept antagonizing the Raggedy Ann doll, because like the Annabelle doll you see in the movies, that's not what the doll really looks like. It's basically a Raggedy Ann stuffed doll. And well, anyways, this news reporter like antagonized it and didn't listen, touched the glass, tapped it, made faces at it. And apparently, after interviewing the Warrens, he left and he ended up in a car accident not far away from the Warrens Museum and died. So then a lot of people were like, okay, you know, the Annabelle doll's haunted. Have you seen The Hills Have Eyes and Wrong Turn movies? If you haven't, then you definitely should watch them. They're on my top 5. Yeah, I've seen them. The Hills Have Eyes was kind of freaky because that one chick, she gets taken by force from one of those mutated humans. That was kind of scary. Wrong Turn was kind of creepy too. Uh, do you remember Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy? Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think someone had said, because like I follow like different pages on Facebook, and I follow a page that people like come together and discuss about the Warrens and the Warrens Museum and the Annabelle doll and all that other stuff. And someone had said that the actual Annabelle doll, the Raggedy Ann doll, is actually missing from the Warrens Museum. They don't know where it is, so out there somewhere. I just think it was crazy. I think it was crazy about was it so the Conjuring 2 and the Nun needs a bit more explanation for those movies, only because so at one point when I was 23, I was fascinated by the Roman rituals and exorcisms and stuff like that. Okay, so freak out, people. I read books on demonology and things like that because I was very curious about it. So anyways, in a book that I read, the demon known as Valak, okay, Valak is not a made up character for a movie. Per se, Valak is actually a named demon. Actually, in the hierarchy of demons, just below Lucifer, according to this book, sits Valak. Valak appears as a child who is sitting on top of a dragon. So he like not like a giant dragon, but like a baby dragon. That's how he appears in that form. And Valak, according to myth and legend, when you cross paths with this demon Valak, actually what happens is that you sell your soul, according to it. It will offer whatever you desire the most in life, and you will get what you desire most in life. But the thing that you don't know is making a deal with Valak is selling your soul out for something material, which is where it dawns that whole thing of like, I sold my soul to the devil. That's where it comes from. So, but it's just weird how they changed up the character of Valak to like a nun. Okay, that's a funny name. I'm doing fine. Oscar says Chucky is behind you. I don't like the reboot of Child's Play. I thought it was ridiculous. So these hills have eyes, but they also us. I don't know what you mean by that. Rum. Anyhow, yeah. So the reboot of Child's Play was crap. It's the same way I felt about Terminator Genesis. You know how they try to modernize everything. So like Genesis is supposed to be Skynet, and when it comes online, it's gonna destroy the world. Blah blah blah. And like every kid wants to get a tablet or a phone with Genesis on it, and it's obviously reference to Apple. Right? Because it's the most famous brand name for mobile computing technology, right? The iPhone, the iPad, yada yada yada. So I mean, yeah, I just hate when they take these movies and they, either reboots or modernize them with like today's modern technology talks and stuff like that. I find it to be ridiculous. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much what I have for right now. I know we've been on here for I want to say close to an hour, so like about like 45 minutes or so. We've been on here. I do want to thank everyone for coming in, letting me live stream. I know some of it was kind of dull. I'm sorry for that. Didn't really have anything prepared to talk about except for just what I did to fix the whole 5G connection on Metro with my Pixel 5, taking the February security patch update, doing a full wipe, fix that. So, like I said, that's what worked for me. So again, just kind of reiterating that part. Start off with doing if you have a Pixel 4a 5G or a Pixel 5 and you're on T-Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, and you did the security patch update and then you lost connection with 5G on T-Mobile's network, Start off by just putting it in airplane mode for 10 seconds, and then, turning it back on, like turning back on the data. If that doesn't switch it off back onto 5G, then do a network reset. Simple to do that. Go into settings, go down to a system, and then scroll down where you see it says to show more. Hit that, and then you'll see where it says reset. Click that. It's the top option. Reset network set. We'll say reset Wi-Fi, network, and Bluetooth. Click that one. Reset, and then let it do its thing. If that doesn't reestablish 5G connection, do a full wipe on your phone. Now, I didn't test it where I backed up from a previous backup I had on my Google One. I just did everything as a fresh restart since, I had a lot of stuff on there anyways, and it was basically over cluttered. I just figured I would just re-download apps that I use, re-download things that I had that, and then of course, a lot of the cluttered junk that I had over time of using the phone obviously is gone because I didn't think about it to reinstall those things. So obviously they're not taking up room. Gene just hit me with a $5 super chat. Gene, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. You didn't have to, but I really appreciate it. I know times is tough, so yeah. Okay, my lady's going to lunch right now. Oscar says, take care. Yeah, bro, take it easy. Thanks, Red Rum, for being here. Thank you, Sneed, for being here. Thank you, Gene, for being here and for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Metalhead 555, thanks for coming in here and keeping it interesting, bro. Maybe I'll do a live stream completely on movies, and love for you to come in and have that discussion. But yeah, guys, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you guys. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow night for that podcast. I am doing a podcast tomorrow night with the full work setup and everything like that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Till then, just enjoy yourselves. Be cool. Trying to work this out on mobile phones, so different, but as always, aloha, everybody.